I'm going to talk today about what happens after your bankruptcy is completed or discharged. Once you obtain a discharge, you will be discharged from most of your debts, such as credit cards, medical bills, repossession deficiencies, even older taxes. You are now in the position of reaching your goal, that is, a fresh financial start. It is extremely important you take advantage of that fresh financial start. These are a couple of tips that you should be aware of. It's always important that you keep a copy of your discharge papers. That's your official record that you've been discharged from a bankruptcy. We will keep, of course, the records in our office. You must realize that the Chapter 7 discharge or Chapter 13 discharge will be on your credit for 10 years, but that's really not a problem. First thing you need to do is get a free credit report from annualcreditreport.com. Make sure that all the debts that were put on your bankruptcy are listed on your credit report as being discharged in your Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. You don't want it to be put on there written off or non-collectible. You want it to be put on there as discharged in your Chapter 13. The second issue is how will I obtain credit or what to do in the future. The first thing I recommend is always saving up for an emergency fund. Car repairs, house repairs, medical issues. Do your absolute best to save up about $1,000 plus for an emergency fund. The second issue is what do I do about shelter if I need a place to rent and I have a bankruptcy on my credit? That's really no problem. Generally, on the larger apartment complexes, if you have 3 months or 4 months of rent, they'll be able to rent to you. You can also look in the paper and find individuals willing to rent out their house or apartments. Generally, they're a lot more forgiving and will take maybe a month or two of rent up front. There are many car lenders out there that are willing to lend you money to buy a car, but you have to be careful about the interest rate. Some of these lenders will charge upwards of 18%. Right now, the market rate is anywhere between 2% and 4%. You should only have to pay maybe 1% or 2% higher than that. But just be very careful about the interest rates that you're going to have to pay. The other issue is, will I ever be able to buy a house? Absolutely, you'll be able to buy a house if you meet certain lending criteria. Generally, part of the criteria is to have stable income, and that is evidenced by your tax returns. The other issue is you'll need a down payment of up to 20% of the value of the house. That's called kind of a euphemistic word for that is you're going to have some skin in the game, or you'll have something to lose if you don't make the payments. So generally, lenders are willing to let you have loans for houses, assuming that you're within their income guidelines, which have become extremely strict since 2008, and you have a down payment that shows you're vested in the collateral. Getting your fresh start is very important. It's also extremely important that you have health insurance or some form of insurance against medical catastrophe. Now, the one thing to be aware of, if there is a catastrophe and you don't have insurance and you have completed a Chapter 7, you can always file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy during the 8-year period in order to get protection from your creditors so they don't garnish your wages. So it's real important to take care of your fresh start, and it's real important to take care of and have some protections afterwards. I do recommend this book by Dave Ramsey called Starting Over. It's a Dave Ramsey book. It's a survival guide about what happens after bankruptcy. It's called Dave Ramsey's Post-Bankruptcy Survival Guide. Thank you very much.